I'm Sandra Wickland, and today I plan to demonstrate for you the background fill in versions 11 of Babylock Palette and Brother. The first thing we need is a square shape in my 8-inch hoop. We want that to be just a running stitch and no fill shape, and a color that doesn't really designate a thread. So let's draw this square in the 8-inch hoop, about an 8-inch square. With that done, we have something to fill. Go to the home page, click background fill, click in the center, and next that will open up a area with folders of all the background fills. I've got extras in here because I've gotten them from some other groups and people that have created designs. There's the shell. It's kind of little. I want it filling this, and since it's an 8-inch hoop, I'm going to try a 7-inch. Update the preview. Oh, that's lots better, so okay. But I'd like to change the color on this to be black so I can see it better. Now we'll go back to the home page and the background fill, and this time we're going to select just the parts that look like a stuffed hanger. So 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. We want something small. Click next. There's the file folder of all the fills. Go searching down in here. What is it we'd like? Oh, I hit the bottom. Still didn't find something. Let's go up. Oh, I think I like that one. But it's kind of big. Let's make that smaller. 0.39, that's as small as it goes. That looks lots better, so I'm going to click OK. And I want to change colors for everything through here. So I'm going to go into that shape, and instead of being black, let's make that tan. There we go. Now click off of that section. Go to background fill. This time we're doing the yoke. Click next. Let's see something else in this file folder. There's a crackle one there. I like that, but boy, it's too big. So let's make it smaller. Well, let's try 1 inch. Update the preview. That's pretty full. I think that would take a while to sew. So let's make it bigger. Update this preview. Okay, that 1.53 inches looks okay. This time let's make it pink. Really helps you when you want to sort things later to have different colors for your different elements. Click off, go to the home tab, find that background fill section. This time we're doing the scallops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Click next. There's the file folder. Open it. Let's look for the one with roses in it. There it is. But the roses look kind of big, so let's make them smaller. Okay, update the preview. I'm trying to get the roses in this little kind of semicircle to look pretty much like a full rose. Let's try the 2. I like that better. So let's click OK. Make this color totally different than any we've been using before. I'm going to choose this lilac. That ought to stand out. Click off of that. Go into the first home tab in the background fill, and we're in the first row of scallops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Want something small here. Click next. Open the folder selection. And let's look for something a little bit smaller. Oh, I kind of like these diamond shapes, but that's way too big. So I'm thinking this tiny area would take that 0.39 inches again. Update the preview. That looks pretty good. So go into OK. Let's change the color on this one to light blue. Oh, where is it? Not up there. There we go. Light blue. Click off of that section and go to the Home tab again. Background fill, the last group of scallops. There we go. I'm thinking I like that spackle look we used up in the yoke. Let's look for it. Open the folder. Scroll down. Keep going. There it is. Okay, way too big at almost 8 inches. 150. I think that we want it a little bit looser than that. 1.66. Looser yet. 2.20. That looks good. Hit OK. Want to make this shape red. Very strong color to help me in the stitch order. Okay, it's red. Now I don't need the background anymore because I've actually filled up all of its sections, so I'm going to choose that black background in the sewing order and delete it. The next thing we want to do is make this a little bit taller so it fills the hoop better. So I'm selecting all of the parts of this dress hanging on a hanger. So select objects, and I'm going to go drag this to be a little bit taller object, and then immediately go home to the arrange section and choose move to center. There, that's better. So I moved that outline up to the top, and I want to move the yoke to sew last, so I'm going to go in this 6, hit object and sew last, so it's moved down to sew on the very end because it looks like it covers up part of that scallopy edge. Now I'm rearranging the stitch out order because you see all of these little scallops look like they're going to stitch out in kind of jumping all over the place. So I'm taking everything that's the right side and moving it up, trying to get it so that it will sew from right to left. If you notice on the main screen, there's little red boxes around when I select an object. It goes around that one. That's helping me know which one comes next. And I know this was wrong in the order. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to select all of these purples now. Only the purples. And I'm going to choose the stitch simulator to see if I did it like it wanted. So here down at the bottom, push play, starting on the right, going all the way to the left, exactly what I wanted. Good. I can go on to the next group. I'm going to do that same thing with the blues. Anything that's on the right, I want to move up, move down to that section. So that 24, it's on the right, so I'm going to move it to be right under the purple. Scroll down looking for the next one that looks like it's on the right there, 23. Let's move it to be right under the one I just put up there. And now since I moved it out, it's going to be 23 again because I'm changing the order. And let's see, are there more on the right? Yes. There's another one on the right. And that 21 looks like it's right of the 20. So now I have them in an order, but I want to double check that to make sure it's going to stitch right. So again, I'm going to select all of these that are the light blue. select objects and go down here and play out the stitch simulator. Oh, that went perfect. I'm going to do the same thing with the red. So this 34, I want to move up to right under the blue. Okay. And I didn't make you see all that over again. I'm down to, I would like to have an outline on all of these parts now, but I'm choosing select all of the purple, and I'm going up to the stitch and choosing a stem stitch in the line attributes, and I want to make that color really stand out. So choose it. I shouldn't have clicked off of it. I want to make it green. That should really stand out. So it does. And now you see we've got the purple fill stitch and the green, and I'm going to move all of the green to sew at the bottom after the fill stitches. So I'm clicking on them and choosing sew last for each of them. Notice down below on the color line that the purple is getting all the green moved out, and it's showing up at the end of the stitch out simulator. 4 more to go. So last, so last, so last, so last. Oh, one big hunk of purple. No change in thread there. Go down and do the same thing with the blue. I want to put an outline on it. So select objects, go to choose a stem stitch. Okay. The fact that it's purple works out fine because it's a strong color in there. So let's go down and move all of those purple out of this blue group to sew last. So last, see it's moving from the blues here. So last, getting a bigger chunk of light blue in there, no color changes happening there. So last, 4 more to go. So last, I love seeing the big chunks of color because you know you won't have to change thread. So last, so last, and so last. There that is. And now down to that red area. Oh, I'm glad that's red. I can really choose it to select it here. So grab that first red and go down to the last red. Select that object. And let's change this to candle wicking. There's candle wicking. Oh, that's huge. We better go over to the sewing attributes. Let's make it light density, and let's make it much smaller. Maybe the smallest it goes, 0.12 inches. That looks better. And that blue color is okay. I can see that after my reds. So now I'm going to go in here and just sew last to get all of these out of there, because we're putting all of the outlines at the end of our stitch out, not with each fill stitch. And it's grouping our colors nicely. It's also making it so this will be something we can edit into many different colors later as we choose it to be more of a one color dress or multiple color dress. We'll be able to select just certain parts of the color and change them and not have to start over from the beginning. Okay, see the red and the blues all separated. Now I need to look for that yoke. There's the yoke. Click on that, select object. Let's do candles, wicking again. I don't know what happened. Try that again. Candle wicking. I want to make it a dark brown color. Something so it really shows out. Come on, brown. There we go. Oh, look at how big it is, and it's behind the green. So let's go change those attributes like we did before to the 0.12. But see, it's still behind the green. So we need to find that in the stitch order and make it show so after the green for sure. The easiest thing is to go down, and we want the yolk to be the last fill. Let's find that brown. There it is, number 37. Just click on that and sew last. Look, now we see candle wicking in front. So we should save this. So go in and save it. I have done this before, so I have a dress from background. So I'm going to click on that, name it that same, but this time I'm going to put a number 2 at the end so I know it's different than the other. Number 2, save. And now we're going to make this design into a color that maybe we want to stitch it out. And I'm going to choose to only have 3 colors. I'm going to choose all of this purple, select objects, and go up and change it to pale pink. And whoops, I should have touched that green and well, it won't work. Let's select all of the light blue. Select them, change that also to pink. Go down and choose the red ones. Select object, change that to pink. And I think the yolk is pink, but let's select it just to be sure. There's the yolk. Select object, click it. Yes, it is pink. Okay, so now let's do the outlines. I want to make them a little bit darker, so I'm going to choose the outline that's green. Go up and do the stem and choose a darker pink. I kind of like that on that light pink. Go down and choose the purple outline. And choose the thread color and make that the darker pink. Look at the bottom. No, those are fill stitches. The dark pink's going to be down here, and now we're into blue. There's the blue. Select all that. Change that color stitch to the dark pink. One last one to go. Change that also to the dark pink. Okay, let's go back and select all and look at just a couple colors in there. It's looking good. So let's save it, but let's save it as a different name. So here's our dress for background 2. I'm going to just add the word color sorted. So I know it's different. Whoops, misspelled it, but oh well. So now I have it all color sorted. I'm running the stitch simulator to see if it's stitching like I want. It's fine, so I can now send it to a thumb drive.